It was one big one, and then I saw a smaller one in the morning, and then a smaller one when I got home today.
Still
All
a good idea.
viciously murdered by your cats.
I don't know which one, but yeah,
Still a good idea to get an exterminator.
yeah, it's time. I'm gonna call tomorrow.
Speaking about cleaning up,
Yeah, or a janitor, because we're live.
Hey!
Ruckus.
How did you
get here?
When did we get on air?
What the heck? That's for me to know.
a while back, we probably said things we shouldn't have. You know.
Not but minutes ago. Not but
That's
moments.
terrible.
Ratting around. You know?
But thank you for coming, all of you, one and all. We're back on another Thursday. Champs Challenge. Episode something. I don't remember which, but we're here. Thanks, guys. 4. We're having a good time. What? Because obviously I remember what happened last time.
Every time.
But what do you guys remember? Because I'm curious, you know, just as to where your head's at. Because I remember. That's what I want to just express.
Grinch schools.
We
Blimp.
spoke. Yeah, we got a blimp of some. Maybe not a blimp, but like an air vehicle at the very
A
least.
test drive.
A super
Some
blimp.
sort of an air RV. And we went to the mountains to try and find Rook. Instead, we found some Grinch schools. And while we were fighting them, a certain someone, TheHexagonTTRPG, got bitten and infected.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Chocolate chop.
Now we're trying to figure that out. But as we were panicking about that, we heard a certain melody come from further in the mountains that sent the Grinch ghouls scampering, if you will.
Accurate. And I just want to are we all here?
I believe so.
Brobot.
Sound off.
I've not heard shy.
I see
My
her box.
broliness.
Hello.
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 Anyways, she can let us know.
You know?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
now.
yes.
there she's at.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, as we're all here, you guys are in the bottom of the ravine between these kind of tall mountains, the wind kind of blowing through these snowfallen boulders and rock slides that kind of like make up this terrain that you're in. But there's a very clear path down whence you came, up whence you came, and down deeper into the mountain where the ghouls, the Grinch ghouls, had fled after a rumbling tune was called out from deeper within. And you guys are kind of just, we'll pick up exactly where you left off with some of you in pain, and most of you, I think you guys were like huddled together or
Around the TheHexagonTTRPG.
Mm-hmm.
Panicking. My boy, are you okay?
What is the protocol? I forget.
I think it's cutting it off.
Yes, my hand. Unfortunately, lop it off.
It's really the only solution.
Unless, I don't know. I don't think I have strong enough spells.
Anyone want to roll me a medicine or a history? check?
I'm
Absolutely.
pretty
Yeah,
sure,
please don't just jump
no,
it off.
but I'm
I've
pretty
not
sure.
the first time. Well, maybe
I'm-
with this type of infection, yes.
Yeah,
The clock is ticking. How do you feel, Grinchy?
Rexford did use a lay on hands right before,
Yeah.
and that didn't work.
No.
Yeah, I pumped 5 points.
You know, what? To do my due diligence, I have protection from evil, or I have lesser restoration that I could use. So like, I was like, I have 2 spells, lesser restoration or protection from good or evil. What do you think would work best?
Neither.
What?
Sure.
Do you not feel
Actually,
better? And I'm pumping this healing, soothing magic into you. And it's just a cup of tea.
You're
Drink,
pumping
drink.
tea into me.
Yes.
Did anybody
Puts it on
roll
his hands
a
and starts.
history or
I'll roll.
I got a 9 medicine.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm still gonna try and do something anyways.
Anybody else roll a history or medicine?
Kumbo.
I am trying to help, so I'll try to do a medicine. It's an 11, so it's not really going to help too much.
I'll do a
I'll-
history.
I'll say with an 11, you know that the only thing that you've heard having a chance of curing this without hacking it off is a greater restoration.
Okay. Yeah. So definitely need something stronger than what I have at the very least.
I can also say that all of you know that it has been some time since anybody's been kind of brought back with a wound. Like there's been more sightings recently, but no real attacks, skirmishes, but nobody really being attacked by this many ghouls at once, and nobody being bit like this.
Okay. Well, before any more of those Grinch ghouls come, let's chop it off quickly.
What is
Rexford,
that
robot, hold them
sound,
down.
though?
Yes, I'll go find like a piece of wood, or no, I have a leather strip. Cut off. I'll be like, chew down on this.
Wait, no, but
You may
are you,
pass out.
curious about what that rumbling is?
Not right now, Ura. Actually, I need you to be the one to cut off his arm. You have a
I
very
don't have
steady
a
aim.
slashing weapon of any sort.
You don't?
No,
But you are a swordsman.
I have
give you
a
mine.
piercing
Robot,
weapon.
can you give me
I have a stabby thing.
or a medicine check?
Me?
Robot,
No fear, Kumbo. Once we lob it off, I can
Uh,
ensure that it
am
will
I-
not decompose.
Is my mic being dumb?
If you've been
I don't know.
talking, yes.
If you said that if you had like given out a history or a medicine check, I did not hear it.
I am running. I'll roll a history now. I'm gonna roll a medicine, but I was like 16 for history.
Ooh,
So a
that's better than
16.
all of ours.
And again?
So perfect. So with a 16 for history, you know that it takes about 24 hours for the curse to set in before you have a chance to before you have a chance
Or
before
Before
you
we lose him.
exactly
before we have to chop off the arm,
yeah
the limb.
exactly.
We're all just ready to go, and he's like, "Whoa, wait."
I
But
still think we should do it right now.
depending
I agree.
depending on the individual, it can be faster or longer, but it's around a day.
I think I can probably use Adetu Kumbo's weapon, though. It looks flashy.
Yes, you can. I see Brobot is thinking. Brobot, do you know
Okay,
something?
ready?
I think Robot is like scanning out. Do not cut off his limb. As you're being pinned down, you're like, Robot's thinking.
The disease, it's spreading as we
Yeah.
speak.
We have time. Can I project a timer on my passport and just be like, we have time, and have like a 24-hour like countdown going?
Yes, 100%.
Thank you.
Bing,
Okay.
bing, bing.
Yeah.
24 hours is not much time. We cannot guarantee it. What if it spreads up through his shoulder and into his chest?
24 hours does give us time to get back to the city, if like the Archmage's Academy, at the very least.
Besides, Kumbo, you could get a new fancy arm.
I
One that's more
understand that Kumbo
efficient.
would prefer not to have an arm lobbed off. But we could always reattach it once we go back to the Archmages.
The same arm. He likes this arm.
I do like my arm.
But it will be the same arm.
Bendu, why are you so afraid of death? You of all people. If that is
Death am I
the
afraid of.
mine,
But I'm not
No,
afraid
he
of
is
your
willing
death. I
to-
do not want you to be consumed by whatever disease or curse this is.
Also, for
You may
our
spread it to the rest of us.
you turn near us, we're in danger. Would you put
Then
us
we will
into
force to
jeopardy?
kill you.
I will not turn. It's feeling a little bitter.
All right, well, when that timer reaches 15 minutes, Ura will cut it off.
And I might have to find the place where the shadows are the darkest and cut it off too, if you resist.
I will cut off my own arm if it comes to that.
I don't know
You are
if
too
that's physically
antsy
possible.
to be trusted. It is, if you have the will.
Amazing.
All right.
All right, I'll be interested to see that come time if need be.
Well, sempoku, as they say.
Let's go on. What was that?
It's getting
Did you
closer.
hear that?
Hear
I
what?
think. No, but listen, I'm pretty sure it's getting closer. Maybe not.
What?
The woods have a weird way of echoing back.
There was
Like I
just
don't hear it anymore.
few times you heard it, then that scattered the remaining ghouls, and then silence. You now notice the heavy silence that as the snow falls. Like and night falls, and it's just that quiet darkness of a winter's eve.
Oh, okay.
Eerie.
Should we continue looking for a cave then? Or should we head back to the city to try and heal or find someone with a greater restoration?
The mission continues.
What about you, my boy? Do you are you
How
sure?
long would it take for us to
We
get
have-
back to town?
We have time to decide.
20 minutes.
Oh, we have time.
The blimp made it 20 minutes last time to get here. So
As long as the blimp is still, here. But
do you still have fuel?
I think we had fuel enough for a few
Yeah, I
days.
think we
3
did.
days, I believe. Yes. We're fine on fuel.
Yeah, the
Let's
meter
make
didn't really move from this flight.
Let's just make sure that this doesn't get taken. Or...
As long as you, Kumbo, keep your stamina fueled and don't lose yourself and get consumed by this grinchy madness. Here, drink this tea. We'll send to you. Calm you down. It's a nice chamomile.
I'll just smell it.
Come on, see, this anger is going to make you more grinchy.
You will do that before anything else.
Okay.
I think you're already doing it.
No, take it. No, take it. I just worry about you. You're so gorgeous. We couldn't lose you.
She's okay. I will keep my heart rate low. I will stand back. Ura, you can take charge.
Yes, sir, Captain. So we do continue then, if that's what you're saying, your order.
That was my last
Yes.
order, but you are
All
in
right.
charge now.
Well, little be it for me to disregard flagrantly the last order from Captain. So I guess let's continue for just a little bit, and then if the timer gets too low, then we'll head back.
Good
Just make sure
idea.
the blimp air vehicle thing is like well tied up and not going to go anywhere.
And do we have our way back mapped? Were we able to find this robot? Do you have some sort of pin, some sort of beacon?
yeah, I can passport that.
The Grinch ghouls have bitten cats.
That's my soothing sound emitter. It's meant to make sure that the infection slows.
Venue.
Yeah.
He's holding the
Ah!
Grinch.
How dare!
It's okay.
Where's your neck?
And so you guys continue down the ravine as, as you guys necklaessly move.
Necklace. Reckless and necklace.
This is reckless.
Episode title.
Robot just like zzz.
Can we switch up our formation? A 1-2-1-1.
I will be accompanying Kumbo and
Excellent,
keeping my
excellent.
eye on him. Wrong
And
one.
I will man the back.
All right, so that's your.
Very good at that.
So you head down, and after about 30-40 minutes, I need you all to roll me a perception check.
Perception, you said?
Perception.
Oh, son of a shit. 7.
That doesn't sound good. That's not 20.
Woo! Nice.
Oh my god, it's so
For a grand
sad.
total of
23.
23.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Did anybody else get higher than a 15?
No.
Alrighty. So, Ura, as you guys are walking along, you're in the lead, and you start to hear again on the breeze. Gotta clean up.
I hear it again.
What'd you-
It's some way.
What do
Is
you
there
hear?
a particular direction that it's
Seems to
coming
be
from, or is it
down, like up from the ravine, as the ravine continues to crawl and descend through the hills.
It might be in the ravine. It sounds like it's coming from further ahead.
What did you hear, Ura?
The same rumbling hum from before.
A hum. Strange.
You all heard it before.
Yes, yes.
We did.
But now thinking on it, what else would make a hum down here? Do you think the Grinch ghouls hum?
Well, I mean, there's Grinches, but then Ruck is supposed to be here too. Hopefully it's Ruck and not the Grinches.
Hopefully. I do recall he used to have a strange melody he'd say while cleaning up the Bod Lake district. And then Sorcerer's Springs, but that couldn't be it. No.
I'm just really hopeful it's not the Grinches, so I'm, yes, you know.
Oh, well, onward. We'll keep eyes peeled.
Ears open, eyes peeled.
And as you guys
taught?
down into the ravine, you continue to catch these humming sounds of a song, but it becomes more erratic. It goes, what are you doing? Let them clean up. And it's like
I'm hearing other words.
incomprehensible. The words. It's like he's saying words, but you can't really hear them exactly.
It's almost as if he's talking to himself.
And you'll go down for another 30 minutes until the ravine kind of opens up until not a valley, but like just a larger kind of space, an opening, gap between the hills. And you notice immediately, all of you, as you walk in, that across from you, there are other paths leading like to separate ravines they all kind of seem to coalesce here, but upon like on a sheer kind of cliff face from one of the mountains is basically a wall of ice with all these little kind of holes that seem to be burrowed through it. Seems to be basically the size of a child.
Oh.
And then as you guys start to approach, because I assume you guys start to approach.
I mean, Aura will take the vanguard and approach, but if the others want to stay back,
Slowly,
that's okay too.
cautiously. Yeah.
You enter, as you guys enter more fully, I should say, into the open area, you can hear louder. Rug's gonna clean up.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's just said Ruck, so hopefully.
Oh, I did forget how enchanting that tune was as he roamed the streets, gorgeously crusty. Oh,
And
Rugs.
it seems to like pass through this ice wall, and as it goes through the holes, it like comes out in like different pitches, and it kind of like creates this like cascade, and it continues with the same line over and over again. Rug's gonna clean up, and it gets louder.
Oh, man, can I use my ability to mimic people's accents to bellow one back out?
Sure.
I'll Rex is gonna clean up. And I'll like daunting roar, bellow out that roar back at him.
Is that a provocation or?
As you do,
Oh,
It
I don't
goes
know. I just thought he'd
silent.
like it. Sorry, Kami-sama.
and then behind you, a loud crack in the face of the closest mountain.
Oh. What the hell was that?
Like the ice?
The stone itself. Another crack from the opposing mountain.
We
And-
mean you no harm?
The mountain begins to close in on the ravine where you guys came through. I'm gonna need you all to roll me dexterity saving throws to try and get out of the way of the debris.
Crap.
Oh. Bro portal? Maybe?
I
only rolled a
Aditya
9,
Kumbo,
so
you're close to. We're all pretty close together, right?
Mhm.
So, technically, I'm pretty sure both myself and Aditya Kumbo give a +3 to others
Hey.
for
Wait,
saving
how
throws.
long do the shields last as well?
What does it say?
You didn't give me a time.
I believe I did.
I don't believe so. It just says it recharges at dawn.
Well, there you go.
Oh, but that's just for the charges. So like, it doesn't say when the shields go down.
They last for 24 hours.
Oh, that's beautiful. So then you guys would, whoever I gave a shield to, so everyone besides Kumbo, we get advantage on saving throws.
Nice.
Mhm.
Nice. I did change my paladin subclass at the 11th hour, so
So no
I
+3.
think I have +3. Nope.
You don't have Aura of Protection? So
Nah.
I'm pretty sure it's a basic thing from.
But not this. No, that's your subclass, I think.
Can I use a charge to give
Or maybe I'm
Kumbo
just
a
too low
shield
level.
an advantage as the debris is coming down?
What's your dex save?
Uh,
Oh, it's a level 6 advantage.
22.
Level 4.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Ooh, okay, so
Everyone
yeah,
close to
everybody
me
has
gets a
advantage
+3,
on that save.
and everyone gets a +3 from.
I fucking like Ben 10 slap my watch.
Mhm.
Kumbo!
What? Oh, +3. 17.
Okay. So what's everybody's?
Yeah, sorry, my dice are lagging.
annoyed, but then I have a
They're so
+6.
slow.
Well, I'll say right now, anybody who got above an 18 or above, will take half damage.
Yeah, not happening. I got a 12.
You rolled advantage?
I rolled with advantage.
Oh, no.
So with Dex, net 20 to 26.
Okay, so yeah.
Nice.
Robot? What did Robot get?
9, but then it's the +6 or no?
+3 because
There's a
Digital
12.
isn't giving it yet.
With advantage, Robot?
Yeah, with it.
Oh no, I only rolled the one time.
You got advantage.
Rex gave you advantage.
Still got my shield.
I rolled a 4 second time. So yep, 12.
So 29 points of bludgeoning damage as these kind of boulders kind of start to tumble into you, and the ground shakes at your feet, and you're tossed to the ground. Those of you who did not make the save, the others were able to kind of like duck and roll.
We take half.
Yeah, so you'll take half, which is, I guess, 15, 14.
14.
I'm just crushed by the debris and unconscious.
Oh my!
Wait.
Really?
I have 29 HP.
No, wait, hold on. Let me check my actions.
Do I have a
Your
reaction?
total is 29.
My total is
Wait. So
I
when you
should've
are a
used false
creature
light.
you can see within 30 feet of you, make an ability check on or a saving throw, you can use your reaction to add +3 to the roll. Not enough?
Wait. Let me see
You
the
need
total.
18.
Because there was a +3. I didn't really
+3
calculate it.
from me.
15. Meat
Okay.
beat. That's a little metal, but yeah, it would work.
That would mean beat. I'm okay. So you take
Okay,
half.
flash of genius.
Oh, shit.
Perfect.
What do you do?
All out.
I just illuminate and you yes.
Oh,
Beautiful.
mental connection.
Getting like hit, like I don't know, dive
I was like,
behind
I don't
robot
want
or
something that's useful.
Well, your flash of genius could be for you, and you just are able to like maybe you hit a rock like as it's falling on you and push it away.
I +3 on a 12.
That little rocket. Little, like,
I'll take the
flare.
damage. It's okay.
Okay. So yeah, you guys are now the quaking has stopped. There's still no more noise from the tunnels. And you guys are dusting yourself off from this near-death experience for some of you.
Robot is dented up.
And also, you will notice that your way back is kind of blocked now.
Okay.
And will be kind of difficult to take the same route.
Ura, you are right. I mean,
I'm
Damn it.
perfectly all right. Yes.
you're right, Venu.
Nah,
All right.
I sprained my ankle. Robot
Kumbo.
saved me.
Brobot? Oh, of course, Brobot always coming in clutch. Everyone have their limbs? Sorry, poor joke.
I'm
Yes.
gonna go around and I'm gonna give 10 lay on hands to Venu and 10 on to Brobot.
Wait, half damage, right. Thank you.
Well, 10 healing to 10 for both Brobot and Venu.
So generous.
I have it. Why not use it?
It's nice having like a party with basically everybody has healing.
Do we how does our just because I'm curious, how does our healing magic like affect Robot? Like I know it works, but like
It just knits together. You're like healing her soul in a way, Brobot's soul, and
If I have one.
knits together like it was, just like the bent kind of like metal that's like scrapped that will kind of infuse together, like glow red hot for a second. Like it's almost like re-welding itself in place.
sweet.
Unless there's a specific way that you want your magic to work on Robot.
No, I was just curious because I think like it's sort of I don't know, it's kind of a marvel the way it works, especially for Venu. So I think now he's like kind of used to it, but he's also still like always trying to be like, okay, how is this working?
100%.
Yeah, just look around, make sure there's no more potential avalanches.
Doesn't seem to be. You can roll me a perception or a survival.
Oh yes, please.
Are we completely blocked in?
I keep
now?
rolling on this freaking website.
There are
It's
other
slow.
exits, but it seems like just the path that you came in has collapsed. There's other paths, and then there's the tunnels in the kind of like wall of ice.
I got a 16 survival.
Beautiful. Yeah, you don't think there's going to be any more avalanches like that happen on their own, but you do think that if you attempt to like climb or try and get up on the freshly kind of like fallen, that you could maybe disturb something.
Okay. Careful where you walk, everyone. Stay together and be very cautious.
So, is there a way that we can move that would get us out of this area?
So you can move anywhere you move away from where you guys came from is fine. Basically, is what you're thinking.
Especially blocking our way back.
Feel that freshly like fallen mound of rubble. Like even if you would try to get up higher or something, it might cause more of that itself to collapse, if not the rest of the mountain. You don't think the rest of the mountains will start to collapse? There was no reason for that to happen. Like there was just a crack in the mountainside. So
And no hum.
Yeah, 2 very coincidental cracks.
Seems as though. But also, no humming. You can't hear any humming. It's silent again.
Trap, perhaps.
Maybe, but
Perhaps.
I don't. I hope the Grinches don't have that kind of power. I hear them; they're everywhere.
So sad sounding.
Yowling in the distance.
Can someone does anyone know some sort of way to detect for life forms, or I don't know which way we're going so we don't get lost? This god awful cavern.
Well, we can go continue along the ravine. That's not an issue. You just can't really go back the way we came.
Oh, the vehicle.
We can go up and around once we're out of the ravine. That's not an issue. It's just going back over from here that we can't do.
Well, I guess backwards is a problem for another time. Onward for now.
So there are 6 other what appear to be natural kind of like paths that create other ravine scaling through other like between other mountains and hills. And then there's the pockmarked wall of ice in front of you.
Can I check for any sort of tracks or disturbances in the snow or ice, like scrapings in the like scratch marks or something?
Yep.
See if there's been like any passage recently.
Sure, roll me a survival, please.
Cool. 9 plus 0, so 9.
There's too much disturbance from this landfall, so you don't really find any. You do find you don't find any from any of the other like ravines or anything as you're making your way around. But when you get closer to the pockmarked like ice wall, do you approach that as well to check?
It's kind of like I'm checking to see either like track marks or anything, like tracks in the actual snow, or if there's like potentially someone scraping across the ice of the walls of the ravine. So yes, I would be approaching the ice wall.
I'll say like you see tracks in the snow and mud, but only as you get basically close to. If you check the other ravine exits, there's no tracks, but if you stay close to that pockmarked wall, then you start to see a lot of small tracks from some small creatures that have like claws and they seem to walk on 2 legs sometimes and then on 4 others. And those holes, now that you're closer to the ravine, you see the holes are like all the edges of them are like scratched and like carved up.
Okay. This way seems to have been used by the Grinches. I'm not sure if that's a good sign or a bad sign.
Any big footprints? I remember this Ruckus being quite a large individual.
Not from what I can see.
Can I use my divine sense when we get to the holes to detect good and evil from the path?
Sure.
It's only 60 feet, but maybe I'm trying to like put out some feelers.
Okay. If you're at the wall, you're not going to detect any good or evil, like anything at all. Like anywhere in this ravine, really. Now you're detecting nothing, but from 60 feet, nothing.
Well, I'll be back, and I'll go, and I'll actually like stealth. I'll just pick a random one. I guess one to the farthest left.
I think it's a good idea to split up at this point.
No, most things won't know I'm there until it's far too late. 1 second, friends. And yeah, I think I'll stealth and scout a little bit on the furthest left cavern.
Okay.
See if I see anything.
The like ravine entrance?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. How?
Yeah, if there's a bunch of them, you said, right? There's 6.
Yeah, there's 6. They're all kind of like, because you're in like kind of like a roughly a circle shape in the middle of these mountains. And so there's paths basically going through the mountains that are like naturally formed ravines. And you're in the middle where there's this kind of like wall of ice. This wall.
I'll take one that's like I guess furthest left in the circle. No.
Okay. Behind you directly is where you came from. So you'll take the one right to your left?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go to your left.
And I'll stealth and see if and I won't go too far. Maybe like 80 feet or something, and then hustle back.
Yeah, so roll me your stealth.
Ooh. I don't have disadvantage because my thing. Oh, it's terrible. 11.
Okay, so you guys notice him head off.
I'm still standing up straight with my cup.
Yeah, you're walking quiet, but you're not like, 2 steps.
Rexford, we still see you.
Huh? It works better in the darkness.
Isn't it dark?
So you head off down the ravine. The rest of you watch him go as he's not stealthy.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. Should we just follow him? At this point, I think one path is just as good as the other.
You're the leader.
Response would be.
You're the leader, Ura. I'll go if you
Alright.
tell us to.
Just in case there's other Grinch schools waiting. We don't want to have 2 patients on our hands. Let's follow, I guess, at a distance if he's still trying to stealth.
Okay, so you go your 80 feet and you're there for a little bit, and can you roll me your perception? Well, you guys aren't stealthing, so you would notice and hear your friends kind of like coming up behind you slowly.
Like overprotective as always. That's why I love them. Perception. 13.
Okay. Yeah, you hear nothing. You see nothing. It looks like a ravine to you right here. You can keep going.
No. I'll go my allotted 80 and then go back, especially if I hear them coming.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, oh, I guess you guys couldn't wait. I don't see anything. It seems, as you said, another ravine like the others. But we must keep our eyes peeled, as always.
Right, but at this point, one path is just as good as the other. We really don't know where any of them will lead, so might as well just see it to the end.
You're right. Extremely thirsty work, but we must be
Cheers.
diligent.
So you continue down this ravine?
Sheriff Daddy, thank you.
Yeah.
How long are you going to continue down this ravine?
Another 50 feet, 100 feet.
Yeah, why not?
Yep. So it takes you like a few minutes, like 5-10 minutes. And yeah, there's probably way less than 5-10 minutes. Like you can see to the end of 150 feet, So you go there.
Still nothing in front.
Yeah, we're just
No
kind of
end in
moving
sight.
slowly, taking our time, looking. Yeah.
Okay, but for how long do you do this? Because this is just a long path through the mountains. So how long are you willing to walk? Are you just going to keep walking until you find something?
No.
No. You said we needed to go downward, right, Ura?
I have no idea where Ruck is. I don't know if we have to go down or up or for anything. He's in a cave in a ravine, from what the rumors have said. So, if not down this way, potentially down one of the other 5 paths. For all we know, the end of this path leads to the other 5.
Roll me another perception, everybody. As you get like 500 feet away, you're still walking. Now it's taking you 5 minutes or 10 minutes.
That's a 0.
Anyone?
Ooh, very
14.
nice.
Nat 21.
With the 21, I'll say even with the 14, you hear coming from behind you. It's
Behind us.
it's farther away now than it was when you guys were there last.
Oh, wrong way.
All right, I
We
guess
should definitely be going that way.
back up and down with the other paths.
Rixford, could you potentially call back?
Once more.
Oh, absolutely.
Just do not roar, please. The
Uh,
vibrations of your roar.
less intimidation.
Yes, maybe
Let's-
walk down there for several minutes before
You
you
just
do it.
want me to
Let's get
It's
back to the
train.
clearing again.
no gravitas in it?
Let's get back to the
this is
clearing.
hot, man. My
At least
voice
be in
is so ready. I've been sipping on this nice toffee tea. It's been wonderful. All right, if you don't want the exclamation of the gravitas, I could just do a regular singing, if you will. Sure. Could we mark the path we went down when we go there, just so we know not to go down that one?
Yeah.
Or be like, do I just do it here in this circle, or should I pick one?
I feel like this position gives you the best cone towards the other 5. Let's try it out.
All right. Yes. Me. Ah, yes. You know you have to do your exercises before you do these things, of course.
Vocal warm-ups.
All right. Rex is gonna clean up.
You're standing in front of the. You're standing in the circle, basically, at this point.
Yeah.
We went back to the clearing, yeah.
It echoes down into these little holes. You can hear it echoing through, from reverberating off the wall of ice in front of you, and from deep within, you hear. Rug's gonna clean up.
Do we know which one it's coming from?
One more than the others, anyways? Or can we at least eliminate a couple?
Roll me a perception or an investigation.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm gonna investigate by like running up to a couple and being like, okay, it's not directly coming from this portal.
Investigate, you say. Oh, no. It's a 6.
15?
10.
15 will do it. You notice that the sound is not coming from any one of these ravine entrances, but it's coming from behind the wall of ice, the pockmarked wall of ice.
Alright. The pathways don't seem to be the source, but rather behind this.
Oh,
Where
maybe
the
it's
creatures
his.
were trying to get at.
Maybe it's his door. I'll go up and knock on it and be like, "Hello, Mr. Ruckus. We have an appointment.
As you
Post haste."
as you kind of like call down the hall, the song is interrupted, and another crack from behind you in the mountainside, the tunnel that you guys came back from the second time, now dumps down, but you're all close enough to the wall that though you are jostled at your feet, you take no damage. But the threat is clear.
Is there any way around this ice wall? Or up the ice wall?
Up the ice wall, it just kind of like becomes the cliff. It's like a wall of ice about like 30 feet across by like maybe 40 feet up. It's got all these little holes in it like cheese, and it's it just becomes like the side of a mountain.
Right. Brobot, I think you have a spell that might. I have it as well, but we can potentially melt the ice through. At least just enough of a size for us to get through this ice.
I don't like this.
you want to investigate the ice? Anybody? The ice wall?
Could I do an
Can I
arcana while someone investigates?
I'll scan the ice wall.
Sure.
Boop, 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 boop.
Is scanning like an ability, or do you just or
No, it's just my way of investigation. Yeah. 23.
So this wall of ice is about a foot thick. You can literally stick your hand through the holes and like touch the backside of it. These holes will fit a small creature. And yeah, it just seems to be made of solid ice to you. What's the arcana for?
Just try to see if there's any like glyphs or anything in the ice.
Perfect.
If we're at a magical door somehow.
Mm-hmm.
22.
At 22, you find absolutely no glyphs on this side, but you can sense a radiating power on the other side of the ice wall.
Oh. I'll
But-
rip a page out of my book and I'll stick it to the ice. I'll rub it in and I'll cast detect magic. Also, Shy, I think your mic is like messing up because I could hear the little like.
I hate this shit.
I know you're good. We just heard you.
No, it's because it wants me to yell. What about now?
Yeah. I hear
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I don't want to fucking yell.
It
Um,
compels me to.
So I hate to be that person, but can Brobot just stick his hand through the hole?
Yes, he very well can stick his hand right through that hole.
I'm just gonna
Okay,
put a
do that.
portal. I'm gonna put a portal on either side of the wall.
Right.
That was easy.
Magnificent.
Yeah, and now there's a door, and you walk behind, and you are as soon as you walk behind, you are standing in a like deep cave. And now, CJ, that Deteokumbo is on the other side of the wall. You see that there are ice glyphs, most of them damaged, but these glyphs seem to be generating the cold. They're like runes that are generating the ice wall, and they're placed kind of like all around the sides, but they're damaged, so they're not producing as much ice as necessary, and the ghouls are able to get
I can hear
through.
my cooking.
See, and the glyphs themselves are like scratched to shit.
Jesus
Ah.
Christ.
Okay, I'll just scream.
Fascinating. Excellent work, Brobot. As always.
Thank you. Hey, this is what I was made for.
Absolutely.
Make
See,
sure to buy yourself something nice with the coins later. You're always coming in handy. You're really the MVP.
that makes like an actual note.
So yeah, you're standing in the mouth of a large cave.
Let's continue along. See if we can find this ruckus.
And close those portals, I guess. Better not have them open while those ghouls are about.
Oh, do they not close behind us?
And you head down into the cavern. It doesn't take too long until it opens up. And you can hear, but quieter now, almost like it's like a few rooms away instead of like this echo that you were hearing on the outside. You just hear the hum. Rugs gonna clean up, yeah.
Oh,
It's like a drum going.
I really wish I did get him to perform in my club. It would have been magnificent. Oh, wasted talent.
As you're saying this, it does open up into this room I was saying, where there's these kind of like shattered, and some of them whole, but a lot of them like shattered giant test tubes. That's what it looks like all around you. And there's the desiccated remains of something floating in those ones that are still intact.
Wow. Would you look at the size of that graduated cylinder?
Deep
No.
fucking beer fest quote. Sorry.
Magnificent. Oh, what's in that? Do you guys see that? Those remains.
Dragon Ball Sparking.
Don't touch
My,
anything.
There's voices coming from.
Yeah,
My
let's pass
detect
out what
magic will
happened.
still be up if it's pinging anything in the room.
It is. It's pinging. What does detect magic say? What am I supposed to be describing? Like the type of magic?
Oh, it's very specific. Use my action to see a faint aura around any object in the area that bears magic and learn its school of magic, if any. But it cannot penetrate a foot of stone.
So it's very clear that it's like a necromantic, a magic that's in this place. The type of magic is a type that you're all very familiar with, life and death. What else am I supposed to tell you?
That's fine. School and like kind of where it is, but
It's
I'm
it's
assuming
it's all around the test tubes that are still functioning, that still seem to be somewhat intact.
Menu. Do you smell that?
A place like this in the middle of the mountains.
Cannot be good.
Fear for what this ruck has been doing.
Sounds like he's just making songs out here and destroying fine lab equipment. Is there something else afoot?
Has any of us, like in our dealings with going to Old Roan or anything, seen these types of rooms before or heard about them?
Runes or the test tubes?
The rooms like
Oh.
that just hold test tubes.
No, you've never seen anything like this. You've never heard of anything like this.
Like, even though it's all destroyed and stuff, like, it's still pretty advanced, right?
Yeah, it seems to be like advanced stuff that's destroyed. It's technology that you don't understand for sure at first glance.
Is there another way out of this room, by the way, or is it just
There's a door kind of like immediately, like basically like you're walking down a corridor and then it opens up and there's these like 3 rows of test tubes, probably like eight like down, 3 wide,
8 deep?
and then yeah, you just keep going. There's another doorway.
I guess make sure nothing jumps out at us and we can continue along.
Right, robot, time.
I'll display the time and whatever time that is.
So
Relay it.
20 hours left on the clock.
All right, we're good. I thought it had been many hours already.
Should we likely present ourselves so that we do not scare our guests? Well, we are the guests.
I think more trespassing at the moment.
Absolutely. He doesn't seem like the type of character you want to stroll upon.
I cast false life on myself,
Okay.
just in case.
Fair enough.
Azul,
What are you doing over there?
nothing. Just taking precautions. Here for you too, since you're not doing so hot.
I'm gonna give you advantage on your next initiative roll, Kumbo.
Ooh,
Okay.
Hey.
okay.
Don't worry, should any push come to shove, my little shields still have your backs, yes? No more hairs are going to be hurt on any of your heads. That's a Rexfoot promise.
But Kumbo still doesn't have a shield.
He
Yeah.
does.
Oh, he does now?
Yeah, when the debris was falling, I
Okay.
popped it. When they yelled Kumbo, I was actually announcing his shield.
Beautiful.
All right. I guess so. We can announce ourselves. Hello. Are we speaking to Ruckus P?
What?
This is our envoys from the Archmage's Academy. My name is Ura Inferni.
Who are you hiding over there? Come out into this room. Come into that. Let Ruckus see you. Let Ruckus see who it is calling me.
Look, I don't know much about this guy, but I've been told don't look directly into his eye for too long. I don't know what that means.
Come in here, look into my eye. Do it for too long. That's how I get to know you.
Walk forward and I guess present himself.
So as you walk into this next room, it's this large kind of like dome room. One side of the wall is kind of like dressed with this like weird technology. It looks like terminals. There's screens on it that used to display things, but they're now either dark or broken screens. There's kind of like cobwebs all around, and in the center of this room there is a circle of runes, all of them glowing brightly, and then there's a light pink dome that's kind of like around these runes. Also in like different, if you're looking around different corners, there's scorch marks like all over the columns that hold this building up. Some of the columns are been torn down, and there's shards of ice that kind of like litter the area around the room. They seem to, when you touch them, they don't melt in your hand. They're just kind of like permanent ice shards, and they litter the ground. But in the pink dome, you see a behemoth, a 20-foot tall cyclops turns, sculpted muscles, a great white beard, bald head. He wears a loincloth, and on his back he has a didgeridoo, and he has a drum in his hand, and he's standing with the drum. He's beating the drum lightly, and he's got his foot up on what looks to be like a giant rock, and he's in the middle of this dome.
Oh, he's even more gorgeous than I remember.
Well, what are you doing in here?
My name's Roan Fernie. We're looking for you.
Oh,
If you are Ruckus P.
Ura got a little shy.
That's me, Ruckus P. And I just would like to point out one last detail. Sitting upon his brow, his bald brow, is a green, verdant green, like this like bright green crown made entirely of this crystal substance. You can see it looks, it's like reflective. You can see it through the thing.
Right. Those from, I suppose, New Roan, the one that's been established around or in Pool.
People at Pool, good folks at Pool.
They
gotta help.
They need your help.
What do they think I'm doing over here? Mm-hmm.
Well, they would like to talk.
Talk. I can't talk. I'm busy. Can't you see? Can't you see I'm busy? I'm busy here, trapped in my dome, ready to feast upon the flesh. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Wait.
Ura, if I may, 1 second.
Yeah.
Clean it up.
Sir, Ruckus, lad, I do remember you quite fondly from old Roan. You're exquisite. You kept the place immaculate as always. But you see, we've done something that you didn't quite expect to happen so soon.
What? How do you know about me and my expectations? Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's written on your face, my lad. I can see it as far as your eye can see. And I'll move up closer to the dome. And be like, they've caught her, my boy.
Kind of like crouches down. Caught who?
I think you know. Valentina.
His eye perks up at this.
What now?
That she-devil.
Yes, we have her bound and ready for deliberations, but you are the Cyclops of the hour. They need your decision on what happens to her.
My work here is too important. I left Kringle in charge. I left him in charge for a reason. Mm-hmm.
And he needs you. Look at us. Ura, Venu over there. Kumbo, Brobot, we've all assembled to bring you back. Tell him, Ura. Tell him the importance.
It's very important.
See?
No, no, but look, this is most likely the biggest step forward in our, I suppose you might be generous to call it rebellion, but it is what it is. It is a rebellion in its nature against the forces of Mal, and we need your help in trying to see what we can find out from Valentina.
Valentina. She was captured by you.
By another team, but
She was captured by the forces of Pool.
By
Yes.
Kringla.
Only that she had been cast down from the graces of the Lord Malaga.
The Lord Malaga.
Mal. She has many names.
wait, but so will you help us?
He looks around. I'd love to help you boys. Ruckus always there to clean up others' messes. But my work is too important and I can't leave.
What if I stay behind so that you could come back
can't
quickly?
leave. And he hits his hands like
Oh,
super hard against
physically cannot leave.
the shields.
Ah,
I was trying to do something here. Trying to find my way back. Trying to find Rosie my own way.
who's
Sometimes,
Rosie?
if you want to clean up, you gotta get your hands dirty.
So you got trapped here by someone or something?
I got trapped here through the devious plots of Mal herself and her henchmen.
Right. And so is there anything that we can help with to free you?
I've been trapped in here for... And he goes over, and there's like a spot in the center that he's like started like scratching. 4 years.
That's a lot of notches.
I've been trapped in this dome. Nothing to sustain me. Nothing but my children.
So, what if we got some sort of recorded message of your deliberations on what should happen to Valentina? That should do, right? Do they need him specifically back?
Wait. He captured Valentina. It means she knows nothing anymore. She's a useless husk.
So it's not
Could
a
we not
victory.
open up a portal for him to get out of there? If he's
Can
behind
he
the
fit
shield.
into
But
a portal?
Wait, perhaps we can. One moment, large one. Are we sure we want to do this?
Yes,
I've been trapped in there for 4 years.
He has no food. He has sustained himself on his offspring.
No,
Whatever that
what?
means.
I don't want to know.
He's been eaten.
What if somebody put him there on purpose?
He probably put himself there.
No, he said it was Malachi that did it to him.
If he knows Chris and he knows Rosie, I trust him. And Ruckus, I know where Rosie is. She's safe.
What?
Oh no, you probably should not have said that.
Do you know where Rosie is? My Rosie?
Yes, she sent me here.
Did she say anything about me?
Yes.
Roll a deception. Let's see, Rex.
No!
He rolls insight with advantage. I love that.
His peeping eye.
7?
Oh.
It makes
Um,
sense. It makes
Like 7. What was your flat roll?
3.
Okay. Okay. He goes, I don't know if I believe you. I don't know if I believe you even spoke, Rosie.
You just got a boon from Slushy.
Yo.
Oh,
Is it
Hey.
too late to apply?
Nah. Is it
yeah,
too late?
bro.
No. Oh no. Oh no. Can you smell them? My boys. They're
What?
coming back. They're coming to feed their papa.
Ooh.
Y'all should make yourselves scarce now. Roll me a perception.
Yeah. He's not going to answer Brobot?
He just says, my boys are coming.
Ooh, that's an
Give
18.
me sustenance.
That one.
Does anybody get higher than a 10?
I got 18.
Okay, beautiful. You hear scrambling coming from all around you, and as you look up, you kind of see there's these like crevices kind of like dug into different parts of the surrounding cave, domed cave. And you hear and these ghouls burst forth. About 20 of them, and they're dragging carcasses. And so as you kind of like start to see them pass by, I'll allow you to kind of like maneuver how you want to. What you guys want to do as they start to
Away.
Could I find a place for all of us to hide? Can I roll a little stealth?
You can roll stealth for yourself. I don't know how your stealth will find a place for all of you to hide.
I'm doing more in like a nice hiding spot for everyone.
Or can we just like head out?
Yeah, just go in the other room.
Yeah.
You can. Roll me
That might be the play.
an athletics to see if you can get out like quickly. Whoever wants to try and get out into the other room.
And that portal.
Hide can roll stealth.
I'll hide in the room. I want to see what's going on.
And Shai, if you
20.
want to make a portal, can you roll me a sleight of hand to do it?
Yeah.
Just see how fast you can do it.
Ooh,
No, it's not
baby! I got 25 to hide.
25 for what?
To hide for
Oh,
stealth.
for your stealth? Okay, so you find like a little nook, like you kind of are able to like find a little
I
nook
like homer into the hedge with my
Yeah.
teeth.
into like the rock face, basically. Well, you find like a shadowy kind of nook, you know.
Yes,
gotta,
I
like-
know where the shadows are the darkest. Oh,
So those of you who rolled athletics, anything to run away?
20.
Beautiful.
17.
17, 15. You guys are able to run into the other room, no problem. Robot, you're teleporting or you're running?
My teleporting, I only rolled a 5, so I guess I'll run. Can I also run the athletics or no? Because I rolled the.
Well, you're gonna do one or the other, basically.
Can
Yeah,
we
so I mean,
drag
I already
Brobot?
rolled.
Okay. So you rolled a 5. So you're able to teleport through, but at this point, some of the ghouls will have seen you and see you teleport to kind of like the opening to go where the other guys have gone. Except for Rex, who's off by himself. So a few of them will charge at you. I'm going to say you guys are able to watch as other ones are dragging the carcass of like some sort of mangled creature. Multiple carcasses, perhaps, or one that was torn to shreds, dragging it. And these things are able to pass through. The ghouls are able to pass through this pink force field without issue. And Ruck starts eating the food that they give him, and he grabs at one of them and like rips its head off and starts eating them itself. And then he notices they start charging for you. And he sticks his hand and goes, "Come back here, children. Come back, my children."
That's so good.
And they kind of like come back towards him. I can control them just a bit. But you should stay out of sight until they're gone.
if they can get through, maybe Kumbo, maybe you can get through.
Get through?
Well, yes. They bit you, infected you with whatever they have. Maybe that allows you to get through the barrier.
Perhaps.
I'm not sure how it would help us just right now, but
I don't want to think of that. No.
but we know where Ruck is. He said that Valentina won't be of any help because if she was allowed to be captured, Mal has no more use of her. And worst case, we know where to find him again.
Rex,
Or
what
we
do
can
you
at least bring back somebody that can help dispel this barrier.
just think about that?
Hey.
Well, I want Rex to think about what he's doing while he's hidden, because I'll go
Okay.
with him, but you guys can continue discussing.
I'm just kind of observing and taking in everything that's happening.
Okay, so you can roll me a perception, or you can roll me an investigation.
It's going to be investigation.
Take your monocle out.
Oh, that's a 4.
Okay, yeah. You see the dome, and you see them feeding him, and he's eating them and eating the food, and kind of like they eventually start to scurry off one at a time.
I'm like too squished to see anything. I'm like, oh, this was not the best idea. But I think as soon as they're gone, I'll come out and try and talk to him once more.
Sure. And the rest of you?
I'll send them like a message on the passport. Be like, it's all clear.
I'm assuming we would see them run past.
Yeah. If
you're
everyone's like communing.
Well, we were discussing the possibility of just like using his location as that's a good enough. We can go now. We can tell him where he is,
and potentially coming back with somebody that can dispel the barrier, or that has more power than we do. If they really need him, we know where to find him, kind of thing.
If I have some time alone before they come in, I think I'll try and walk through the barrier. I don't think anyone actually tried.
Yeah, you guys haven't touched it, so yeah, you can try to walk through the barrier. Go ahead, and it kind of like it hits you like a wall.
Drop my
flying
tea.
back.
No flying back.
No, I know.
The rubber.
Yeah.
Last time Shadim tried to.
Yeah, Shadim tried to get through a barrier and get sent flying.
No, you pushed me through.
No!
Yeah, indigenous ass history.
We're so close,
Truly dictated by the victors, huh? Oh,
So,
damn it.
How would you all... How do you guys want to proceed?
Menu?
Honestly, I'm not quite sure. That magic circle, or whatever that barrier is that's around him, I don't think there's anything I can do about it.
I don't think so. I can do anything either.
Do you want to look at the circle, the magic circle?
Yeah, can I check with the Arcana check and see what...
Are we back in the room?
We already did that.
Not necessarily. Not if
Okay.
you want to be.
I'll go with Robot
I'll stay in the other room, maybe do some investigating in there.
to
but
do a Arcana
could be
as
after.
well.
Yeah, I want to do Arcana checks on this barrier, and if I can't on the crown,
Yeah, you
I
can.
will have Robot ask about the crown.
The crown. God damn it. Fuck.
What?
Player knowledge.
I don't know anything about this damn crown, so
Oh,
I just want to check it
You're
because it
very
seems
familiar
suspicious.
with that fucking crown. Oh, god damn it.
Well, player knowledge, the crown that you encountered was not green.
But imagine it's the same thing. Yeah. Fucking Tony.
I got a natural 20
Natural 20 for
On the
Arcana.
Arcana,
for Arcana.
I got an
Total of?
18.
Oh my goodness.
Very
Total
good.
of 28.
So the two of you together, notice two things. First of all, you're able to notice that there seems to be runes like this circle. Like it's like kind of like a divot, like a large circle in the middle, in the center of the room that is containing him. And then there seems to be 3 rings of runes around them. The first ring, none of the runes are glowing, but a lot of them are marred and scratched, broken. Some seem to have like been shot with bullets and stuff like that. There's like bullet holes in them. And they're clearly not usable anymore. Then there's this second runic circle that is glowing pink and is seems to be, you guys both together ascertain that it seems to be powering this this dome. And then there is a third runic circle that it seems to be freshly carved and like stones that are freshly placed. Not freshly, but like fresher than the other 2 circles. Yeah.
Ruckus.
Your Arcana. And if you want to ask him about the crown, you guys are with Rexford, so you can go ahead.
I want to know who drew these runes. Was this you? Were they here before? Did you have a partner that you ate?
This place was a fortress and an experimentation lab for a man named Perst. He was evil, servant of dark. We killed him. I've been spending my time in here trying to find a means to destroy Mal, trying to find a way to take the fight to her. I've been there before. I want to go back. I want to save those who need to be saved. Rosie, my father. That's why I built this crown. I made this crown. I was supposed to be king once. That's not my path no more. No. My path is to take this blade. He pulls out this like a half of a sword with what looks to be like an unstable singularity, kind of like at the top of the where the half of the blade meets, and this blade seems to be all made out of like stone. He hosts it. Take this blade. When you use it to remove Mal from the equation.
Well, I think you could do that not in a bubble. Now, seeing you alone in your magnificence is enough to bolster the ranks. Every day those lads go out there and recover more and more from the rubble of the city that fell. We ourselves are from that rubble. And you lazing about in here when you know damn well you could go and come back.
Lazing?
Lazing. So gorgeous and such a waste.
He starts
We need you to haste.
I never lazed in my life. I spent all my life cleaning and toiling. You see these kind of like spikes start to sprout from his back.
Well, what are you going to do? Stay in your little bubble boy, and be angry in there? Come out here and
get out of this bubble! He starts slashing about. These kind of like armored black spiked plates kind of like protrude from his skin and pierce through. He starts smashing them.
That's it, my boy. You think Mal is afraid of you in a bubble?
The ground around you starts to shake, and cracks start to appear in the dome around you, and pieces of stone start to fall down as he starts to just like scream and thrash.
You're throwing a temper tantrum.
Okay, I think you've done enough, Ruxford.
That's so funny. I just wrote temper tantrum.
Enough.
What do you mean, is it enough? Look at him, Kumbo, wasting his time, feet up, humming, singing.
He's going to make this place cave in on us.
Sorry. One more time, Kumbo.
Stone's falling.
My hair is like getting greased up and
Look
sweat.
back.
Looking back, I'm like, push it
Is there a way
back.
to see if the magic is actually being like beaten down, or if it's literally just the physical aspect of
This so roll me. Well, what was your Arcana before? It was 18.
Yeah.
You can sense that this is coming from Ruck. This stone shaking is a power of Ruck. It's not has nothing to do with his physical ability. When he smashes the shield, you feel nothing from that, but there's more shaking coming from around as he gets angrier.
Told you, temper tantrum. He's not even trying to get out.
I have a question. Character knowledge. I know what happened at the last episode of Ash and Blood, where there was this character who had nasty stuff in him that he would pull weapons out of his body. Does this seem like that?
Yeah, it's very similar to looking to that.
Rexford, we need to go.
Why? Why, Kumbo? Why? Look, we're making progress. He's shaking the place.
I will say this. As the mountain starts to fall, it hits one of the runes, Brobot, you notice. And there is like a momentary flash in the power of the wards, but they quickly are able to compensate.
Well, it's working, just not well.
We have to pull out.
What are we doing?
Why do you think it's
No,
bad
there's-
if we take him back to pool?
Yes.
All right.
I'll even
He's a
I'll take you
hero.
with my bad arm, and pull you aside. Think, Rexford, if he can control what has been touched by Mal, does he not? Is he also not touched by Mal himself?
Robot's
that
not going to take the social
possibility?
cue, and he's going to interrupt you. He's literally going to walk over and be like, Rexford, did you not see the flash of light?
I did,
As
but
this is happening, I just want to go quickly back to Venue to see what he is doing in the other room.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I want to go right back to that, but I want to know what's going on there too.
Yeah, I'm just investigating the things in the test tubes. Maybe even the broken ones. Like if there's still any sort of remains in the broken test tubes. Like
there seems to be like a sludge in the
Hmm.
broken test tubes, like a goo, and it's like almost like translucent, but it's viscousy and it's got clumps of like some sort of biomatter in there.
yeah. So as I'm going around, I'm going to use Unseen Servant. And so that little blue wisp that I've been using, it's going to take like the vague silhouette shape of a dragonborn, and I'm going to command it to go and pull stuff out of the sludge.
What kind of dragonborn does it look like?
It's like, well, it's bluish because of the things. You wouldn't be able to tell if it was actually a blue one, but yeah,
Right.
It's kind of got like these. I don't know. It's the vague shape. Maybe a few.
But like, does it look
spines?
like you? Or does it look
It does
like...
not look like me. No.
Okay. Is it somebody from your past?
Yeah.
Interesting. Perfect. Beautiful. So roll me an investigation though.
Okay. I keep rolling it on D&D Beyond, but it's so slow. So I'm just gonna roll it normally. I fucking should have waited. That is a 3 + 4 = 7.
Okay. So with the 7, you notice one of the full test tubes has nothing in it, and that's all you notice before the ceiling starts to fall in and crush these test tubes and stuff like that. And there's roaring coming from the other room behind you, and we'll go quickly. Are you going to run to them, or
I think so. Like once that happens, I'll go and see.
Go
if
ahead
I need
back.
help.
So, Brobot, you were interrupting them.
Yeah, he wants to tell Rexford that like the plan is working. The rock damaged the runes, but super annoying. Kumbo pulled. Okay, I must chase him down. So it's just like,
Yeah. So you're chasing him down, saying this, and as you do, you guys are going to kind of like run into Venue. Ura, what are you doing in this time as well?
Well, I was kind of asking what everyone felt like doing, and then this happened. So
Yes.
I guess I'm waiting to hear what everyone plans on doing.
Well, was there something you wanted to be doing in the interim, or something Ura would be doing, or would Ura just be waiting?
Well, he was literally saying like, okay, like everything's happening. What's like? What are we doing? Are we leaving? Do we try and help him? Like that
Yeah.
was.
But like, would you have stayed with Venu as he investigated? Would you have gone back into the room like the rest of them?
I think he would have gone back into the room to ask, okay, like this is where we're at. What's happening? We need to leave if we're just gonna putz around.
Okay. So then what are you guys? The ceiling is still kind of collapsing in around you, and he is still raging in his bubble.
It's getting more and more dangerous. We need to leave if we're not going to do
All of a
anything.
sudden, spikes of stone, like almost like stalagmites, are growing out of the ground as well.
Oh God!
But is it not why we came here to get him out? Hmm?
Not if he
Gonna,
is
like, show
potentially under her control. We need to leave. It's not worth it.
Before it collapses on top of us.
We don't even know how we're getting back.
Well,
It won't be
first
by
of all, out of
standing
this
here.
cave.
All right. Listen, do we have some sort of recording? I'm like, sir, Bubble Boy, can you just give us your verdict on Valentina's fate so we can move and deliver it to Kringla?
He is no longer listening to you. He is,
Oh
no! I will kill her!
no,
And
he's
he
inconsolable.
seems to be like growing. These spikes seem to continue to come out. He actually has like these wings now that can't even expand to their whole length. They come out of his back and they're like these black kind of like gooey wings, and they're slapping against the shields. And he's like kind of like thrashing about.
Okay, well, yes, leave. That sounds about
we-
right. Yeah, no, I agree. Perfect agreement. Yeah.
Brobot was saying that these runes seem to be powering the shield. Do we try and break them, or do we just leave?
No.
I'm not waiting around to find out what happens.
I think we should leave.
But can we? God damn it! But we do know he said leave it to Kringla. We heard him. You heard him. Leave it to Kringla. Yes. Yes. Leave it to Kringla.
Robot, please.
All right, let's go. Don't forget your
Portal,
tea,
please.
everyone. Yes.
All right.
Get us out of here.
And
Deliver the package.
you start to flee.
Deliver us as the package, yes.
As you do, you notice ghouls start to pour from the tunnels, and they also seem to be trying to flee.
So it's
Some of them are getting crushed by boulders now.
portaling
Yeah, I
120
mean-
feet increments.
Yeah, Robot will portal us out with efficiency and ease.
Okay, so you guys
get grace.
just portal your way out, and yeah, you're out into the clearing now. The ground is still shaking, and even outside now, out of the side of mountains, like a little stalagmite like jutting out of the ground in front of you. A stalagmite moving.
Up and out, I guess.
If we can get out of the
Anywhere.
ravine, we can probably get around the blockage that's happened there.
Up and out it is.
Or, just portal through. But
Can you? I guess, yeah, true.
I don't know how far the loose footing will last. Because we know that, like, we checked the survival, like, that area might, if we walk across it, it might shift things loose. But we don't know exactly how far that potential landmine filled area is, or snowfall area is. So, either up and out and around, or portal through.
I'm gonna say, as you guys are standing there, ghouls start to pour out from the holes.
Wait,
in the
I don't
wall.
think we're standing anywhere.
Yeah.
Hold on, what are we?
I thought we were just continuously portaling through.
But now you're in. I said you guys
Yeah,
were
we're
in the clearing, so you guys are talking out in the clearing. but you
Okay.
haven't decided where you're going yet, and this is happening in seconds. So like you guys are standing on the clearing, you're like, where do we go? And now behind you.
Around is fine. It's better than
Okay.
disturbing the rest of that.
Up it is.
So of the 5 left, where are you going?
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Up and around.
Yeah.
Which one's up and around?
Somebody
there
roll me a survival.
I can do that.
Just one of us.
Yeah. And the rest of you have like not long. If you turn around, there will be kind of like ghouls hobbling.
24.
Beautiful. So you are able to take not the immediate one on the right because it kind of like dips down of the to the, or I should say, to the right of your original path, which is Shadim had picked the leftmost before. So not the rightmost, but just the one to the left of that, I would say, or to the further right of that. Just the next one over is the path you choose. It seems to be at a more steep upward angle, and you can kind of see it kind of snake around its mountainside.
Quickly, this way.
Yes.
Following you.
With haste.
So as you guys are running, everything is shaking and landslides are happening. So I want everybody to make me a dex save.
Everyone has a +3 from me.
Do we still have the shield?
Because of the shield.
Nat
How long does that
20.
last?
24 hours.
24.
Robot doesn't want to get hurt again.
I'm going to
So-
amend something, Sheen, but I'll talk about it with you later, and it's not going to impact today. So you're good.
Sweet.
Yo. Nat 20 from Robot.
Ooh, that's a 7.
Oh.
17.
Just give me a second.
Plus the advantage plus
So who got-
3.
You need to be
a
a
7.
I don't have advantage, but with the +3, it's a 10.
14.
You guys have advantage.
Okay, so anybody who got below 15, and anybody who got 15 or higher succeeds. And so basically those who didn't succeed are knocked prone. Now,
Okay, so only Rexford is knocked prone.
no, Venue is also.
Venue.
Yeah.
The rest of you can go on, or you can stay to try and pick somebody up. But that means that those who are knocked prone are going to be attacked by ghouls who are hot on your heels. And if you stay, you will also you can help the person so they're not prone, so the ghouls won't get advantage, but you will also be attacked.
I'll stay.
Yeah.
All
Or
right.
else, like, if he sees a Dedekuma going for one of them, he'll go for the other.
Mhm.
Just try and, like, pull them both out at the same time.
Wait, question.
Yeah.
If we all stay and Robot sees that obviously that Rexford and Venue are getting help, can I cast a spell?
Absolutely.
Okay. And are the ghouls like, widespread or groups?
Yeah, they're pretty widespread. They're like in like groups. They're also kind of like panicky, but their instinct is to kill creatures, so that's what they're gonna do. Like more than self-preservation, they want to eat and kill you and turn you. So they're gonna do that first, and then they'll try and save themselves.
Okay, so of the ones I want to pick the most, I don't know, the most impending doom ghouls, whatever. I'm casting Shatter. And I'm going to just make them all fear being near us.
Beautiful. Yes.
So while, like, the guys are being picked up, Robot's going to eject his, I don't know, boom hand arm cannon thing and just
Blast shatter.
sound wave shatter.
You, like stand in front of them, you put your thing out and just like puts a hold sound basically for a moment, and like in an attempt to blast them back. What's the range of this?
60-foot range with a 10-foot radius.
Okay.
Or area.
So yeah, you can get 4 of them. So that would be basically all of the ones that are impending. But is there a blast back with shatter or something? I think it does. Is there?
Sorry,
It's
I'm
a
taking
radius.
notes.
It's a radius, but does it push them or anything like that? Does it
A
not?
creature takes 3d8 damage on a failed save, half as much on a successful save. A creature made of inorganic material has disadvantage.
Okay, so they have. Okay, so they don't have disadvantage, but they all have to make a save. What kind of save is it?
Oh, fuck, I just closed it. Sorry. Con 14.
Perfect. Okay. So we've got absolutely no save.
Ooh, robot.
3d8.
Crazy.
We love that. Roll high.
That's a 20.
What?
7 plus 7 plus 6.
Oh,
Yeah.
you shatter them and eviscerate their little bones. So they all get blasted back, and the other ones who are kind of behind them, they'll give you guys like a wider berth right now, and they kind of like scurry off and try and find other avenues. They get blasted off course, and you guys have time to pick each other up and kind of just you can teleport off.
Yes, let's go.
Thank you, Brobot. You've saved my bacon again.
Get to buy 2 things when we get back.
2 it is, maybe 3.
3. I'm reporting.
All right, you're portaling.
Running.
But at a certain point, you're so kind of you don't know where you're going. You know, now you're kind of. It would behoove you not to go at a breakneck pace. You can still portal over, obviously, your any obstacles, like if there's a steep climb, and there is a steep climb that leads you to a ledge. At one point, you're kind of like boxed into a ravine, but you're able to kind of go up to a ledge that you see about 100 feet, and then you're kind of angling on a small kind of like, it's enough that you can walk, but you've got a sheer cliff on one side and then like
A drop.
nothing on the other, and you
Lovely.
like winding around the mountain.
Can I? Well, can Aura do a quick check, just like topographically, to make sure like we're going in the right direction towards our air vehicle?
Sure. So roll me a survival.
Yeah.
I also asked for a time check for Kumbo.
Yeah, at this point, I'm going to say 18 hours has passed.
Thank you.
Wait, 18 hours left?
Or has passed.
Okay.
Left.
Okay.
That was a lot of running.
Yeah. From 20 to 8 to 6 hours.
Yeah.
Freaking turning into a ghoul as you're running. You're like, Kumo, you alright?
I'm fine.
Why are
If you
you so
look at
green?
your arm, like your arm is like burning in pain. Like your arm, your shoulder, it's like it's not damaging you, but it's like it's like fiery, and like there's kind of like your skin is like desiccating, and there's like spider veins that are like coming out of nowhere, like that are like black, like filled with like ichor, you know, and they seem to be like pumping. They're like all distant, like they're all like you got a good pump, but you don't.
It's a bad bum.
You got a bad pump.
Unhealthy. Pump.
Sid would be disgusted with that bad pump.
I'll show Venu. It's not good.
No. No, it is not.
So
You'll be all
this
right.
tunnel leads somewhere good.
You should trust me, Gumbo. If we need to cut it off, I will do it very cleanly for you.
And I'll buy you a new arm, a better one.
You know
One
what
that
reminds me,
can
actually?
do anymore.
Why don't you roll me a con save?
Oh, no.
No, wait, I'm fine.
We talked about it.
Still got advantage.
You're close to me too, so +3.
I don't.
15.
Okay. 15. Yeah. So it doesn't progress like too much past what the initial bite. It hasn't. It's not like from what you can tell and what you can feel, Peter, just by Venu looking at it. It's not like desperate right now.
Okay.
He's doing okay.
It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. We should have cut it off right away.
Oh, relax. It's okay. Let's just get out of here. Ura, have you
Someone-
picked up a scent of where we are?
My nose isn't that great, but I rolled an 11 or whatever that's worth.
Oh, 11. You think you're going in the right direction?
I think it's this way. Best I can tell.
Passports? Can we double check? And as soon as we get back, straight to the academy with you.
Of course.
I doubt we'll get service in these hills.
Doesn't hurt to check.
Take out my pouch. I'll see if the hologram is like.
It's a little bit fuzzy. You can tell that you're on a mountainside and you are going out, but you're not necessarily going to your camping spot.
Well, we said up and out. We are definitely on our way out.
Right, but we still need to get to the ship, or else we won't be able to get really far. I think it's this way, though. A bit longer. How long were we walking beforehand?
You walked for about 3 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe a little further, we'll see some landmarks.
So give me
We're up higher now,
two
so...
more survival checks.
How many more?
2 more.
Two
As you guys are navigating the surrounding area, it's relatively easy for you guys to get around obstacles because of robot.
Who's good at survival?
Can I help him with that?
Anybody can. Like,
Anybody can.
like,
okay.
like I only want 2, so you guys have to decide who is doing each one. I'll his help, yeah.
I'll give the help action.
But technically, if we
we
already
already
have
have
advantage. Yeah.
Oh, you do have advantage.
For
I already rolled.
you have
the
advantage
first
for survival?
The shield apparently gives us...
Oh, no, that's only saving throws.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You have
I can do
advantage.
one of those rolls.
Okay.
I can do one of them.
I got
Yeah.
21 on the first.
Okay, so 21 on the first was pretty good.
Why do I keep using the digital one? Just gonna ride it out. Let's go. Oh, it looks like it's gonna land on a 4. Boy, 18.
Hey!
Yeah. Okay, so
Nice.
that's 24.
Okay, great. So yeah, you are able to find your way out of the ravines and onto the hillside where your map is a little clearer and it only takes you 4 hours. So there's 14 hours left on the clock. Now you have what's maybe another 5-hour hike back to where your camping spot is as you go around the mountainside.
Okay.
And then
We've
back
done
up.
this many times.
Actually, I'm not going to say 5 hours. I'm going to say 3 hours.
Like we go kind of
better.
diagonally with Robot.
Yeah, you're riding robot like a Skyrim horse up the side.
Jumping.
Oh yeah,
Just diagonal zigzag.
absolutely. Yeah, it'll robot always cuts your time relatively short, of course. The travel expert, but you're able to make it back to the blimp. At that point, no, not yet. You're good.
Okay. Probot, would you mind piloting again to get us back to the city? And do we know where there might be somebody in the city who knows what we like? This, like, where do people get brought to, or did they used to get brought to for these bites?
Well, they used to get brought to the clerical district, and that's where mainly, well, in Old Roan, and you guys know that the clerics are mostly living in the Tranquil Grove. So that's where most of the healers are, the best healers are. For sure, there's some in the academy. There's some healers there for sure.
In that case, we shouldn't head to the city. We should head to the Tranquil Grove.
It's part of the city, some district.
Oh, okay.
Where you
so the city is more of like just purely the.
Or maybe somebody higher up. We go to Theo.
Why?
Because they know everyone. Or Kringla. I feel like we need to take this higher up. We have very important information as well. I'm sure they can bring a healer to him quickly.
I mean, how long would it take us to fly there?
20 minutes.
To the Hardline Fortress?
To the bottom of the Hardline Fortress, and then we'd have to go up the mountain.
No, it would take you longer than 20 minutes. It took you 20 minutes to get to these mountains from the academy, which is shorter. If you were to go to it'd probably take you 40 minutes, or maybe 50 minutes to get to the Hardline, but not 20. If you look
If
at
only
the
we had a carpet that could be hired and bring us once we arrive straight to the Hardline Fortress. That would be nice.
why would you need to park at the bottom of the hill?
I
There
assume
wasn't
that
a
thing is way
clearing
too
that
big,
we-
no?
Yeah.
Yours would probably fit on top of the fortress. I'm like,
Okay.
if you guys left, but Theo was like, you guys can hang out here, sleep here tonight, and then he said that Crawford was coming with a delivery that next day, and you guys were just like, no, we're going to the city now, we'll go find him now. Or yeah, you can land a couple probably ships on there.
I say drop you off, go and bring the ship back and my gold, and then we deal with everything at once.
All right.
I'm not going to leave 5,000 pieces sitting on the table, arm or not.
Do you see the sickness that you are infected with, Rexford?
What?
Your obsession with money. Gold.
That gold keeps a roof over all of your heads, lest I lose all of it. It's not all of it, but it's a sizable chunk. I think it's important. No, we don't have time to talk about this. We're in a hurry.
Robots are already piloting the ship.
Huh? What? It's funny, when I'm
Outside.
stressed, I get so sleepy.
Before this conversation happened, we asked him, can you pilot the ship, please?
Yes, Brabant has proficiency.
Yeah, so we can drop them off, talk to Theo, deliberate, we get our gold back, and everyone's A-okay. Yeah, yes.
Robot, I need you to roll me your piloting check.
1 + 3.
Damn.
The rest of you, as you're entering the vehicle, can you guys roll me a perception check?
14.
Can I help, Brobot?
Yeah, but then you cannot roll the perception check.
That's fine.
So, Robot, you can roll with advantage.
Oh. No.
No.
Oh, no.
I rolled a 4.
Okay, well, that's okay. You got a 14 before, so that's still pretty decent. The rest of you, perception checks?
10.
I'm not even gonna try.
You're not going to try?
I'm thinking of Mal and how I feel about her.
Okay.
And making sure that I still hate her.
Make
And that I'm not feeling sympathetic to her.
Supportive.
Because I know Izana left and he was fine, and then suddenly he got turned and I know a bit of how it works, so I'm like, how's my mind going? Am I being turned slowly?
And venue?
18.
With an 18 venue. You hear, you're like the last person getting into the, you're probably ushering Aditya Kumbo in, and you hear a whisper on the wind.
Still alive.
And a cloud of smoke and dust and like a snowdrift kind of like appears. You can just kind of like see it off in the distance between the mountains.
Why does that feel ominous?
Great. I'll just sort of go in and when we take off, maybe I'll gather everyone up together and listen. That Ruck. We can't be certain that he's dead, can we?
No.
Oh, he's definitely not dead.
I mean, he was in the barrier, and so I don't even know if that rockfall would have hurt him at all.
You didn't see how he was thrashing that thing. It's indestructible. It's crazy.
But what if it did break? And he gets
Then,
out.
My scaly friend, we are what you call boned.
Yeah, what he said. That might not be good, but he seemed to be more angry at other people than us.
I don't know. I made him pretty angry.
Right, but using other people's.
True.
Was he not angry because you called him Bubble Boy and you said he was just lazing around?
Maybe I also called you Writer Boy not 10 minutes ago.
That was far longer than 10 minutes.
Oh, maybe I thought it.
Is Writer Boy offensive?
Apparently.
It's supposed to be. I right?
From the highest order.
Yes, you write and he bubbles. I didn't think it was that offensive.
He certainly did.
Listen, Ura. If
Yes.
on the off chance we have released that beast, something to tell your our commanding officer, perhaps?
Yes, of course. We'll let him know the situation and that he might be free. But this was his last known location in a purple, pinkish barrier.
And he said, leave it to Kringla. We got his answer. Mission accomplished.
But we weren't supposed to talk to Krupa at all, so that's why it might be not the best answer to come back with.
But it is a answer. And it's better than none.
I mean, you've got a point. It's definitely true.
See, look at us. Left with maybe Kumbo with a little scratch, but we'll fix that up and you'll have a story to tell. Also, you have a story to tell on how you knew so quickly that he turned to Mal. What was that?
I did not know, but there are signs. Her magic it gives powers that do not exist out
What-
there in the world.
What kind of
You
sign?
saw what was happening.
No, I saw him manifest some sort of armor. We all do weird things.
He did
I've
level
seen
a
Venu
mountain.
make legions of skeletons do laundry.
Have you seen him destroy a mountain through rage?
True, but he was also 20 feet. He had a swirling mass sword. Anything goes with these heroes.
There was something very wrong. And it is not worth giving him the benefit of the doubt if there isn't even an inkling that he was turned. You saw, he put his hand out and those green schools, they listened to him.
True. Actually, I couldn't see anything. I squeezed myself into that crevice so well that it was didn't have a good vantage. But I'll take your word for it. You've always been spot on, my boy, so I'll trust your instincts. But it is hard for me because I do believe everyone deserves a second chance. You know?
Not everyone.
Hmm.
Would you give Valentina a second chance?
What? Well, I mean, I guess this trial kinda is that.
I hope not. I've heard Kringla is too soft. He needs to be harsh with Valentina.
I guess more the reason we should be there.
Is Brobot flying us off?
You
Just
guys
to
are
confirm?
flying as you're talking. You've already taken off.
A 20-minute ride, right?
Yeah, with the 15, it's going to be more like 30 minutes. But yeah.
Well, we're headed to the Tranquil Grove, though.
Oh, so 20 minutes.
Or
Yeah.
to the city.
But
Yeah,
where do you land in
Hardline Fortress?
I think we're going to the hard line, and then you're going to drop me off,
Oh.
and then go to the
Oh.
Tranquil.
Yeah.
Well, that's
You
what
drop
Rexford said, and
Yeah.
I know Brobot
Let-
listens to
I
Rexford.
want to get my gold back.
Hardline keep first, but okay.
Hardline isn't where your gold is, though.
Yeah. Costifer is in the Archmage's Academy.
Archmage's Academy, not at the Hardline.
No, I'll
Hard
say to
line's where I
drop
can
him off
get healed
for Theo.
potentially.
Or find out, yeah. We can ask who can heal you.
Oh, I suppose.
And then we could continue, drop off the ship, and meet up. I have a taxi.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay.
So you head you head to the Hardline Keep. It's going to take you about an hour to get there. With a 15.
So we have the timer up. We're all staring at it.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm
by
driving.
Actually, me.
there, you'll arrive there with no problem. This is like a crazy view for you guys, by the way. You're able to see all of New Roan by air. It's like the Zeppelin is very quiet. Kind of like inside, the cushions are very comfortable. In fact, when you sit in them for more than an hour, or when you sit in them for an hour, as you'll find, you get the benefits of a long rest.
Oh, I'm happy and
Greatest thing ever.
terrified.
What does that mean is coming up?
Yeah. Oh, look at all these goodies we found just before this suspiciously closed door.
Before a ship appears out of the sky.
A giant hand comes
Long ass dress.
as you're strapped in.
I heard you talking shit.
And you arrive at Hardline Keep, and you notice that there are actually kind of pads, kind of that are jutting out from the walls on three sides, where you can kind of land your little Zeppelin on. And there are actually other Zeppelins there now, but they're not the same sleek type that you have. They're the single balloons with jets and propellers.
Cool. All right, so we go in, speak to Theo, and report back. Try and get a healer here, while Rexford brings back the vehicle.
Yeah, I would need robot. I would need your help, though. I don't know how this thing works.
Could you perhaps wait until we know if we can stay here and get healed, or if he tells us we must go somewhere else? It would not help if you left
They're
with
gonna
the vehicle.
leave you infected at their keep. That's just bad business.
Yeah, they may just cut my arm off. You all seem to jump to that conclusion too.
We were scared and in the wilderness, my boy. You've got to
That's why I want to go try and find a cleric, but you all won't come here. So
All right.
Well,
Hurry.
that's
I'll
fair,
wait
fair.
by the ship then.
I guess Aurel will walk in, ask around for a cleric, immediately, not waiting.
The guy goes, "Yes, I'm a cleric." Immediately, the first person you see. Yep.
Oh, do you know the spell Greater Restoration?
He goes, I don't.
Do any of your brothers here or sisters know the spell?
Today, who's here today? I don't know. I'd probably have to go ask Theo. I don't necessarily know everybody who's working today.
I'll show him my nasty bite.
Oh, Jesus.
That's
What's that? Is that a ghoul bite?
Yes, and we have
Then
but
why would it
hours
fail?
left before I must eradicate myself of this. Please think harder.
I don't
Thank you.
think there's anybody here that can treat that. Sorry, kid.
We have to cut it off.
Maybe your best bet is to look around the grove. Maybe Theo knows more, like I said.
Where is Theo?
Commander Kramer? He's down in the map room. The battle.
Summon him.
Come on, Ura, quickly.
okay. I'll lead them down to the room.
Do you remember how to get there?
I'm assuming I do.
Well, roll me a history check and find out.
Cool. That's a 17.
Yeah, you do. You remember how to get there, actually, pretty easily. And you open the door to find Vodos and your sister Vodos and Theo kind of in the middle of an argument.
So like we hear raised voices as we come down.
No, you don't hear until you open the door, and then they're kind of like discussing heatedly over the table. And saying like, they're kind of gesturing, and they kind of look at you as soon as you walk in.
Hello. First things first. Aditya Kumbo was bitten. We need a cleric that can potentially heal him from a ghoul bite. Are there any here?
There are many clerics here, but none. Let me see. It's like, I'm a cleric myself, but I'm not capable of this kind of healing right now. Your best bet is the Tranquil Grove. I can refer you to someone.
Can you send a message ahead? Do you have means?
Yes. Yes, I can.
Please.
I think it would be too long to wait for them to come here. So
Okay, we have a vehicle outside.
They'll prepare for your arrival. Robot, here are the coordinates. You're just like
I broke out the coordinates and did the thing, yeah.
Tranquil Grove. And it's a place called the Healing Hut.
Healing Hut.
And the person you're supposed to meet is a lady named Yegemini.
That sounds familiar.
This dude's rootin' tootin'. I'm gonna lose my mind.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, no, she gotta call it for now. She
Oh.
said.
Okay.
We have much to debrief you on, but you can understand we have other worries. Do you wish to come with us or send someone who we can debrief? Or shall we return back here?
No, you will debrief now before you depart.
I can debrief while they go see to his fight. We don't want to lose an able fighter, do we?
That'll be acceptable.
Go. I'll fill them in on anything.
I'll give you a handshake.
Rexfoot, I would have you stay as well.
What?
To confirm.
What?
No. I have a prior engagement. I'll be back later. I have a thing, and yes, I'll be back. Don't worry.
I would have you remain.
He also said, leave it to Kringla, so
Robot, the rest of you are dismissed.
God damn it! This is supposed
I
to be
like smirk a
voluntary.
little bit.
Rexfoot, we will take your depositions now. Votus has just kind of been standing there.
Can you at least make sure the bird knows the vehicle's back so I can get my money? Oh, you don't care.
Best case
Fucking
scenario.
army. God damn it. Like,
You can trust Robot. Robot will do it for you.
Right.
They told me, do good things. Good things will happen to you. It's fine.
Look, the quicker we give us the positions, the quicker you can get your gold.
Oh, right. Okay, fine. Let's on with it. On with it, boys.
So, Phil Vodos and Theo and whoever else is there about what just happened.
Well, how do you explain?
So, we went to the mountains, went through a ravine, got attacked by a bunch of ghouls.
Like ants. they
That's
were.
when Kumbo got bitten. But while we were there, we heard humming. Followed down the hums, found a cave in which Ruck was trapped behind some sort of pink barrier. He said it was a trap. Yes, we found him. He was trapped behind a pink barrier.
And did you free him?
No.
We didn't
Good.
know how. It was a trap laid by Mal. And while we were trying to figure out what to
been
do,
gone but a few hours. Why have you already given up?
because of Adetio Kumbo's bite, we came back just to see him healed.
All of you had to return with him? All of you had to abandon your mission?
Listen, Ruck is a lost cause. The man's cocoa bananas. He's lost it again.
While we were there, we were discussing, or I'm not sure what happened between you two, but he started. I don't know how to explain it, but the earth started erupting. The ground and spikes came jutting through, threatening to, well, kill us.
And you believe it was Ruckus P who caused these earth spikes to kill you?
Well,
as he was trapped in a dome.
Yes, he also
Look.
commanded the ghouls, you see.
he had this green crown on his head, and
Theo
the
kind of
ghouls were
cocks his head at that.
bringing food to him as he was inside the barrier. The ghouls were able to pass through the barrier as an aside.
He had a
Okay.
crown and controlled
Yes.
the ghouls.
A green gemmed crown.
That is troubling.
Okay, insight check, Theo, as he is pondering the crown.
Sure.
And look, maybe it wasn't Rux's intent to kill us, but the ground only started erupting once he started what I can only characterize as some sort of tantrum. His temper boiled over, and
Ruckus can be chaotic at times, but he would not
So-
generally attack people.
he may not have been intending to do so, but his resulting rage caused the ground to erupt, and these earthen spikes to
This
jut
ground
out.
is disturbing. Did he look like a hairy beast?
No, he was gorgeous.
Look, I
what
mean,
was
wasn't he tinged green at all?
He wasn't tinged green, no. He was his normal Ruckus color, which is like, I think, like a purple-ish.
Just like purplish. Yeah.
He looked
Star-
purple. I'm not sure if he was supposed to look purple, but he was purple.
Immaculate, beautiful eye, chiseled, even in there. Sustaining himself on God knows what. Still gorgeous.
Did you get it, by the way?
It was, well, while we were going through, it was a laboratory that a man, he said, called Perst used to run. There were a bunch
Yes.
of test tubes and some sort of organic material in these test tubes suspended. But those seem to be breaking once the earth started erupting. But as we got back to the ship, Venu seemed to think that he was, that Ruckus was still alive. So I'm assuming if that barrier still holds, he'd be in the same spot. If the barrier, for whatever reason, has failed, then he is free.
This is troubling news. I had hoped to find some certainty in finding Ruck.
I think it might have been a good idea if we had taken somebody he knew. He was talking about finding Rosie, and he mentioned Chris Kringler. Having seen potentially a familiar face, he might have been more open.
I want you to prepare for a return.
No.
I will assign you troops, and you will lead them.
When do we leave? How do we get? Can we take one of the ships?
I will
Or
contact
we-
you. It will take a few days to arrange for it, but I will have my own scouts patrol the hills before then. Enforce.
Give them some warning. The ground is loose. It might give way at any moment. There were-
Commander, permission to speak freely, if I may?
Theo looks at Vodos, says, Vodos, this is your charge. She just nods her head.
Thank you, thank you. Respectively, why? Why risk our men, our lives, that we've just saved to go back into the hills to what, free him?
Oh, could I have mentioned the fact that he also said that if we were able to have captured Valentina, or if Mal let us capture Valentina, that means that she was likely not of any use anymore,
Yes. She's
and
not
like she would have no information.
And then he'll look at Vodos and look back and says, she's already been of useful information.
It's what he said.
Maybe.
I'm just
He's
passing it
mistaken
along.
in this regard. And he should be convinced in one way or another to return as Christopher Kringler suggested.
Well, let us talk to Kringla ourselves. How about that?
Rexford, that is far above your pay grade.
Yes, and strolling into this behemoth's lair with
Vodos
nothing
cuts
but
you off and says-
ghouls is above my pay grade.
Vodos cuts you off and says, this is not up for debate, Rexford.
I won't lie, and I do think that a familiar face would help calm Ruckus. But if you
Yes,
think
that's
maybe
why I will accompany you, says Theo.
he knows you,
We have met. Yes, many times. We have fought side by side together during the fall.
okay,
The palace itself.
that should be enough, I think.
Yes. And Vodos looks at you and see you do not bungle this up again. Laura.
Bungle. Yes, commanders.
Now I expect this all written and on my desk before you depart.
Yes, perfect.
Both of you. In your own words.
Yes, Commander.
Yes, Commander.
And eat something. You dismiss.
So kind of like salute and head out to write up his disposition
All right. So
or
you guys.
deposition.
Yeah.
I just turn and grumble to myself. Draft. Volunteer my ass.
All right. And so you guys go and you take about an hour to, I guess, eat and do your depositions written and hand them back to her before you guys head back down the mountain on foot.
No, I'm doing that later tonight. I'm not doing that now. We need to help Kumbo.
Kumbo's
Okay.
already gone.
Oh, they left already.
I would
Yeah.
assume that they would have already left.
Okay, yes.
Well,
Yeah.
Well,
I am not handing it in now. Yeah, right.
so you just don't do it. That's fine.
Yeah. I'm going
Uh,
to go somewhere else, though. And I need to go somewhere to let off some steam.
so you just walk down the mountain.
Well, because the ship's gone, yeah?
I would assume that you guys took Kumbo and Brobot. And
I call my taxi. I'll call my guy. Yeah.
Okay, great. Roll me a flat d20. Actually, you can roll me a persuasion.
A persuasion, you say?
While it's happening, Uro would have just like found a place to write the deposition,
And
written it, but then he wouldn't have stayed to eat. He would have grabbed something and like have left.
Perfect.
And like eaten
I'd
on his
imagine
way
you would have
back.
been like eating while you wrote.
Oh, if that was possible, then sure. But
I mean, I don't know. Is it possible?
I feel like Uro would want to like not have any of the food, depending on what the food was.
Okay.
If it was something that wouldn't like drop onto the deposition paper, then
It's like dried meat.
yeah, okay, then yeah, no, he can definitely be like, chewing on it as he writes.
So are you saying, Rex?
I only got 10.
Okay. 10 for what?
You said persuasion?
Oh, yeah. He doesn't answer. Thank you. Just like nothing. And so the rest of you flying away, Brobot is piloting. Where is he bringing you guys? Is he bringing you straight to the Tranquil Grove, or is he bringing you... so Brobot is kind of like, well, Rexford said to go and drop this off at Crossifers, so I kind of think we should go do that.
Rexford said that we had to take care of this bite and then do that.
Roll me a Constitution.
Fuck.
No.
Actually,
Safe.
if I do bad, it's okay. Robot will then be convinced to listen to me. If I do too well, it'll be like, you're fine. Natural 20. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. No.
It was so slow, too.
No further progression at all. Basically, it looks the same as if it was bitten like a few hours ago, even though it's been like half a day at this point. But you can still roll me a persuasion to try and see if Robot, and I'm just going to look at Robot's insight, and I'm going to roll an opposed insight with Robot's skill. Okay.
Well, there's the payback with the 20.
Well, let's see. What did you roll? An actual natural one?
No.
Roll high.
2. So 6 total.
Okay, so she rolled a 7. On her insight. Actually.
Can I give the help action?
Yeah. To who?
To Kumbo.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as long as I don't roll
you could
one
drop
with-
us off, and then you can just bring the vehicle there immediately.
Very wise. That's convincing enough in the
Oh, thank goodness!
Just a quick
I'm
stop.
very nervous there.
We don't even need to stop. Just let us jump.
Oh God.
You can roll. All right.
I'll be writing my own deposition as we're, but like just for
Okay, yeah, in your journal.
yeah.
Perfect.
We get a little excerpt.
You guys arrive at in the Tranquil Grove at Brobot's coordinates. There's nowhere to land a vehicle of this size in this section of the grove right now. So you do have to jump about 20 feet, unless
Not a problem.
Oh, 20 feet. Yeah, that's
Can you carry me, please?
my good
Very
arm.
weak legs.
In the good arm.
the trap opens. You guys are staring at the drop. There are trees around. If you wanted to try and grab on them, that's something you can try and do.
No, because I only have one good arm. Actually, hold on to my back, Venu.
No, I was going to say it.
Okay. So you just take the damage?
No, I'll try the tree thing with one.
Okay,
with
so
one
then
arm.
roll me an acrobatics with disadvantage because you got a guy on your back.
Yeah, and that guy will guide you.
Okay, guidance.
Ooh, that French over there.
I'm just screaming the whole time.
Wow. Okay.
Big
Disadvantage. I rolled 13 on both die.
Wow.
That's actually
Okay,
good.
plus a
this time.
D4.
Plus D4, true.
2. So 15 plus acrobatics plus 1, 16.
Beautiful. Yeah, so you jump out, you kind of like grab this like tree, like you got your feet on like the outside and then your hand wrapped around the other and you're sliding down the tree. And you kind of just jump off and you land with this guy on your back. This lady kind of is tending her garden. She looks up at you and she goes, "Can I help you?" And that's where we'll end our session.
Yeah.
Finally on time for once.
Can I just say, Brobot could have opened a portal 20 feet below the.
She's piloting. She's in the.
No portaling and driving, okay?
Barrier. It's too bad that she can't make a portal large enough to
Oh
portal
my
the.
god.
Can you imagine just the.
Yo.
Look, she's gonna level up and she's gonna get great.
Yo,
A 50-foot portal.
Is the portal then incremented on level?
Sorry.
Is it
No,
like
you would love
level
to
up?
know. You love to know, wouldn't
I'd
you?
love to know if we get a level.
Ooh, oh yeah.
No,
No
you
way.
do gain 1,200 experience from the
Hey.
experience,
Dang.
And we
and
got a long rest too, right?
you did get a long rest from sitting for an hour in the thing. So you're all good. You're all Gucci.
Okay. Okay.
Progress.
So that was you guys re-met Ruckus P. For those of you who are potentially watching and listening, Ruckus P is Shadim's character from the last season. He was kind of like walked the line between fighting for good and kind of like he has some kind of history with Mal, some family history, which allows him to kind of like tap into that darker side of himself. What do you guys think about the new kind of like revival of Ruck?
That was beautiful.
Very musical.
Yeah, it was pretty. You did the voice spot on.
Was it too much? Was it too much?
No, I mean that's
No.
exactly what Ruck. That's exactly what he would do.
My only critique: no mention of rock. Rock always has to
So,
sit there.
Actually, the stone that he was standing on was rock.
Yeah, fucking right.
The stone he was standing on a stone like this with his knee up on it when you saw him, and that was rock in the center of the.
I figured.
Okay, that's cool.
It also did not go the way I expected at all.
What were you expecting?
I don't want to know.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to tell you, but not that.
Yeah, we fucked up. Let's just get out of here.
Yeah, but you know what? That's kind of like par for the course with you guys, is what I'm realizing. If season 2 is an indication, this is just how it's gonna be. It's like, all right, okay, let's go.
I feel like Uro would have stayed longer if Adetukumbo hadn't been bitten.
I should have just cut off his arm.
That's fair.
What would he have done? He was going crazy. The place was caving in.
That's part of what I didn't expect.
I wouldn't have allowed Rexford to talk to him that long.
Yeah. Riled them up.
You wanted him out. I was gonna get him out.
I think you did manage, but we'll see. We'll see.
You know,
Yeah, true.
it was working. I don't know.
I'm kind of scared of this version of Ruck.
That was a
Yeah.
different. There was a better way.
Probably. But I guess we'll see what the impact this might have on our future next Thursday when you eventually kind of like, see what happens.
In a few days.
Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for playing, guys. You can find us here on Twitch. They're Tuesdays and Thursdays. Next Tuesday, it's not Aglaron.
No, it's chittering again.
Oh, it's Chittering again. Amazing.
Back to
Back to back. Chittering Champs combo.
Oh yes,
Cha-cha-cha.
they're on their way to meet someone very special. A Bobby Business.
Oh,
No.
Bobby B. So that's on Tuesday. Then again, Champs on Thursday. And we sometimes post on Instagram and on X and on other places and then other apps and such, and then you can see old stuff on YouTube, like full episodes and stuff. So, thanks for watching. We are Hexagon, and you're trash. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.